Welcome to your daily 49ers update. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Here's what's happening. So now that the NFL season is officially back tonight, let's take a listen to Steve Young on KNBR talking about why it's so hard to get back to the Super Bowl the year after you lose it.
It is a grind, and that's hard to explain to anybody. And little things matter. How your locker room kind of gels, how health kind of goes out, how your quarterback's playing. Do you have one of those big boys at the end of the year that can do the magician kind of stuff that has made all the difference in the last 5 years in the NFL? And all that stuff just plays to the emotion that it takes. And inevitably, people always say, oh, I want to go to the Super Bowl. But just going to work. You go in spirit, but you go, your body goes, but your spirit doesn't go with you. So there's teams that they can't collect. All 50 guys are not collected on this kind of willingness to sacrifice, and it shows up in game 10, 12, 13, 14, and all of a sudden you're not as good as you thought you were going to be, and you don't get back just because you didn't get the emotional kind of sustainability from all the guys in the locker room. Little stuff that doesn't even matter what play you call or what defense you run.
Man, you can really hear the passion in his voice. He sounds like he's still on the team, frankly. You got to love that by one of the team's most famous stars. He wasn't done.
Plus, the 49ers are the team, we talked about this last week, that everybody studies. Everybody's watching Kyle Shanahan's offense, trying to figure out, how do I defend it? Every team spent April and May and June doing that. And so when you're the focus of it all, when Brock Purdy now, everyone's got a book out on him after a couple of years. Everyone's got a book out on Debo. So things get tougher. And if you don't get better, if you stay static, let's say the team that was last year stays neutral, I think things get harder by definition. So you have to get better. And I hope that we have.
There is no doubt the 49ers will be a hunted team this season. But to be fair, that's kind of not really new, right? They were the hunted team after 2019 and 2020 and 2021 and 2022. So look, maybe it'll catch up with them this year, but this isn't exactly new territory for the 49ers. And one of the reasons why they might be able to do it yet again is Kyle Shanahan. I know a lot of you are frustrated with Kyle Shanahan. I get it. But listen to Robert Saleh, again, Shanahan's former defensive coordinator, now head coach of the Jets, talk about his old boss.
He's unique in the sense that he can see it as it goes. You know, he's got his game plan, and then he's got the game that happens after the first quarter where he'll create plays on the sideline if he has to. But he is very, very good at recognizing the way players move and the players relate and the space that's created on defense by certain plays, and he just knows how to counterpunch, and he knows exactly when to counterpunch. He sees things on tape that gives him opportunities to exploit, and he's one of the best.
Let's hope the 49ers have a little bit of that, whatever it is, magic, Shanahan special, luck, whatever you want to call it, just that little bit extra this year to get him over the hump and get us that 6th Lombardi Trophy. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you may have missed. One thing to read on this Thursday. Steven Ruiz from The Ringer is back with his quarterback rankings. I know he made a lot of people mad last year, and unfortunately, if you're a Niners fan, you're probably going to be mad again this year, but it's a really good column. There's a lot of interesting nuggets on a lot of guys. I highly recommend you go and check it out. The link is in the description of this episode. One thing to watch. The Niners can make team history this season. This is a long-term one thing to watch, but I saw this on Twitter from Josh Dubow of the Associated Press, and I was stunned because I couldn't believe it. The 49ers have a chance this season to win a playoff game in 4 straight years. They have never done that in their entire history. Think about that. The entire 5-championship history of the 49ers, they have never won a playoff game in 4 straight seasons. If they're going to win Lombardi number 6, they're going to have to do it this year. One thing you may have missed, separate from my voice cracking just there, the 17-year-old that shot Ricky Pearsall has been charged with attempted murder, assault with a semi-automatic weapon, and attempted second-degree robbery, as well as several gun-related charges. The district attorney has not decided whether to try the juvenile as an adult. They would need judicial approval if they were going to do that. The teen's attorney, Deputy Public Defender Bob Dunlap, told reporters after the hearing that his client is very sorry about what happened. Quote, he's genuinely very sorry that this did happen, as is his family. There is genuine remorse in that regard. He is a young boy. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network wherever you get your audio pods. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Click the bell so you'll get notified every single time we go live, which is every single weekday for you. Enjoy Thursday Night Football tonight, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk later today.